So hey guys, what's up? This is Ezekiel, and welcome back to the next episode of the Battle Cat's Evolution series. Yeah, so in the last video we talked about the Jurassic Cat, and so today on this very special occasion, just because a particular special stage has actually just been unlocked, and I've been told by Rare Cat on his video, so I actually knew about this beforehand, which is why I was super excited when I was just like, yes, it's actually happening, like right now, today is the day, and now is the time as well. So for this video, we're actually going to be showing a very requested cat that a lot of you guys wanted to see, and that happens to be a uber rare cat that a lot of you guys were just like, yes, please, show this cat easy, it's like, it's time, because the stage right here is like totally the best, opportunity to actually show this dude off, and that, again, is the Vars cat, so, or just Vars, I don't know why I just said Vars cat, because Vars cat is like, I guess Vars is a cat, so you can say Vars cat, but his name's actually Vars, so he's not Vars cat, he's just Vars. Right, so let's just get right into the details right here, just because there's just like so much to talk about with this particular uber right here. Legendary Dragon Knight Vars area attack damage has rode, I think it's has right. I'm just I'm so excited right here, like I'm actually flustering over the words just a little bit. Ooh, that sounds fancy. You see, even Lux knows what I'm talking about right here. Fantastic time, I must say. Anyways, has rode over 1,000 dragons. That's a lot of dragons right there. This guy was probably one of the, the side characters of How to Train Your Dragon. Obviously, you just didn't see him. Might knock back and slow black enemies. So this is why I really like this particular uber. It has pretty good attack, really good health, has a decent range in its true form at least, and has 2 sub abilities which are pretty useful when you're fighting against black enemies, which we're about to do very soon. So the slow plus the knockback can be quite helpful, because if he initiates the knockback, usually his strikes should give off the knockback, and then if it gives off the slow as well, then it just makes it that much harder for enemy units to actually recover from the initial hit, which is really cool. And it's air attack damage, so he's not gonna have a problem dealing with like a bunch of black enemies at the same time. He can actually just like wreck through them all pretty damn easily. So yeah, Vars is pretty cool. Plus, just look at that armor right there. It's literally just a helmet that kind of covers the whole body, but still pretty cool. Anyways, the next form right here is the Dragon King Vars, and all of a sudden it's just like, whoa, this guy just looks like a complete badass from the first form to this form. Legendary Dragon Knight Vars area attack. Vars now unleashes all his power, might knock back and slow black enemies. So now this guy, he's just like, okay, it's time to go like freaking, I don't know, Super Saiyan 2, or even just Super Saiyan, because like the first form is just like, let's just say the first form is kind of like Goku, and then this next form is actually Goku in his first Super Saiyan form right here. Whoops, and look at this. More and more people text me at the same time, but at least it's fine, because it's not like any negative text or anything like that. Gods of War, of course. Gods of War, actually, that actually makes sense with this good dude right here, because they're both like war-oriented. Anyways, getting sidetracked right here. Jesus Christ. So the abilities stay the same. Stats increases a little bit between the 2 forms. Pretty interesting, cool stuff. The looks of this guy, though, just looks really cool. Like, the initial dragon to the next dragon to the very last dragon is like really dramatical changes, I should say. But the final form, that's what you guys are really interested in, right? It's this dude right here, God-Emperor Vars, and my god, when I got this guy for the first time, like, in its true form, I was really surprised of, like, the amount of, damage and usefulness and all this crazy stuff that I could actually do in battle. Anyways, Legendary Knight Vars, a legendary knight who has mastered even the most savage mount to rain down area attacks. Wow, so, the thing that's riding, it's probably the same, or, kind of like the guy in Last Guardian, the game that Jacksepticeye is playing, the one where it's just like you find this giant bird-like cat thingy in the cave, and then at first it tries to kill you, but then eventually grows to like you. Pretty interesting stuff right there. Might knock back and slow black enemies, of course, so abilities stay the same, but it's the power. It's the amount of power and range and all this, like, extra stuff that's, like, significantly boosted from the first 2 forms, because the first 2 forms, this guy, they're, like, pretty strong, but it's the 3rd form that really makes a difference. Like, he can take quite a bit of hits, attacks from a distance, so if you put like a bunch of spam cats in front of him, there's no way that they're even gonna reach him, and just like, his attack animation is really cool too. If I'm fanboying a lot about this guy, it's just because he's really that freaking good. Like, my goodness, if you ever get this guy, I swear to God, you're probably gonna have him like on your permanent team, because he's actually part of my permanent team with the few other Ubers I like to use. I only like to use usually 2 or 3 Ubers. 3 Ubers is kind of lame, but because, you know, kind of makes the game a little bit slower, but 2 Ubers, this guy's definitely one of them for sure. But anyways, let's just get right onto the battle right here because I just need to show you guys the power of this guy. He's just so freaking good. Oh my goodness. But I don't know if he's going to be good enough for this particular stage, but we can try. So for this particular composition, I'm actually going to be using a full-on proper team, or at least the most proper that I can go for. So I got the 3 spam cats, got the cooldown cat. Actually, no. I don't need to like say this. I can actually check the names right here. Oh yeah, cooldown cat. Right. Okay. Actually said that right for the first time. I was about to say, is the fan cat or the cooldown cat? I think it's the cooldown cat. Right. So we'll be using the cooldown cat to stop the enemies if possible. He might die a lot though, but that's totally fine. Got the Magica cat, which weakens the enemies if we can. Maniac Macho for that awesome wave damage. The Heavy Assault cat, which should weaken the opponents. The Rain Girl cat, which should do the massive damage towards the opponents. The Dark Laser for the strong damage, as well as the defense. And of course, God-Emperor Vars right here. So again, it's a full-on composition because I'm not going to take this particular stage lightly because it is quite difficult, and I have seen Rare Cat do it already. So I'm assuming that, like, you know, I don't think he had like a really difficult time. I don't know if he restarted it the first time or if he just did it all in one go. I believe he had to restart the first time, and then he had, like, the second time is actually when it was successful. But hopefully that's not gonna happen to us. But if it does, then oh well, we can always like restart right here. But what we're going to be playing is the Cat's Colosseum, Tempered in Flame. So it's a deadly stage, pretty difficult stuff, uses the black Neon Dim as well as the 3 black Bun Buns, and I think it has the black Seahorses as well if I recall correctly. So actually, because of the Seahorses, I'm going to actually look at this again, because I don't think, yeah, the only real people that can probably, or not people, cats that could probably take the hits are... maybe the Rain Girl Cat and the Dark Laser. Everyone else is probably gonna die a lot, so that'll be unfortunate. But we can try. Let's try to do as like much damage as possible. So, let's see. Don't know if I actually want to use any of my power-ups right here, just for the XP. But this is just a test, though, right? So if we lose, or if we win this battle, then of course we'll use the bonuses next time, right? So let's just get right into this very serious battle right here. So because the Dark Emperor Neon Dim. Oh right. Oh. I didn't realize the Dark Button was actually come quite quickly, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this, right? No, I think we should be able to, because it sends out the Dark Doges first, right? Okay, and this way, probably just gonna send out. Okay, I'll wait for them to get close, and then I'll start spamming the cats. Oh my goodness! Wow, we already lost like in 2 seconds. Wow. Okay. That's a little bit embarrassing, not gonna lie, but it's totally fine because we can just redo that. Yeah, I definitely miscalculated right there. I really thought that they could do it right there. Okay, but we're maxed out anyway, so maybe it was fine in our favor because we spend like just a little bit, you know, 30 cat food to get like the full-on, what's the word I'm looking for right here? I can't even think right now. The max worker cat damage, right? Yeah, so that way it's not too bad. But look at that! Just look at that. Do you see the Vars? He is literally just in the sky, super big. That dragon design is kind of ridiculous, but, you know, really fitting at the same time as well. And my god, I'm actually really like, okay, it's not super surprising, because I actually like to use this guy often in, like, most of my team compositions and stuff, but my goodness. It's kind of funny, because, like, I haven't actually used him quite recently for particular battles and stuff, but wow, looks really freaking cool. I don't know, I'm getting, like, you know, Skyrim vibes, a bit of Final Fantasy here and there, and even a little bit of some Adventure Quest if any of you played that game before. I'm talking about like the original Adventure Quest and not the 3D one that they've currently done so far in like the new installments and stuff. I did notice that the Neon Dim is going to be an issue right here just because he's getting too close. And even though we're actually knocking them back, which is pretty good, it's also a bad thing because it kind of hurts my my Ubers right here. But you can see that he's taken 2 hits so far. He doesn't have any resistances to like any enemy attacks or whatever, so I'm really surprised he's actually able to like tank this like a freaking boss at the moment. And oops, yeah, 3rd shot though goes down. But again, 3 shots from the Black Neon is quite significant. And the Seahorses now are going to start coming to play right here, so it might be a little bit difficult now. I might have to start compensating if possible. Try to like place it just more carefully. I might have to wait a little bit. I don't know if I can actually win this, to be totally honest, because, you know, even though Vars is really, really great, like, you saw him putting down the work right there. He was, like, holding off the enemies like a freaking boss, taking the Neondom hits, like, you know, easily. But, now that the Seahorses come, as well as, like, the, well, yeah, like, the Seahorses, it's really difficult now to try to bring this back. I think, though, if we can stall long enough and maybe, not, like, I have to be very careful with, like, what cats I actually choose as well, because if I spend too much, I'm not going to have enough to actually do this again. So, what I'm hoping is that if we can get the Vars, potentially he can start knocking the back just a little bit, and if I can kill the Seahorses if possible, then it'll give me a chance to get more cash as well. So, okay, we have the Vars here now. I guess this will be a moment to kind of just see Vars in his full glory without the support of, like, extra cats right there, because I'll admit, like, we used him the first time, it was kind of difficult to see, like, to see him in his full glory. Whoops, took a hit right there. Thankfully, it was just from the Seahorse dude. Okay, because the Seahorse dude isn't too bad. Ooh, kind of worried there. Right. I mean, okay, he's strong, Vars is, but, like, he doesn't do, like, insanely, like, crazy damage or anything like that. He's just, pretty useful. Ooh, okay, I think I saw the attack on him right there. Ooh, okay, taking a couple hits right there, and there's the hit. Okay, right. I don't know, I really think, it's not going to be possible for this run right here, unfortunately, but hopefully you can sort of see the power that this Vars has right here. Like, it held them off pretty well. And, like, if for, like, a serious composition that I've been using right here, well, it probably could have been a little bit better, to be honest, because I probably could have changed a couple stuff right here, but, like, damn, just, like, Vars himself, and he was, like, alone, too. He's able to, like, kind of almost, like, 1v1 them, not 1v1 them, like, kind of 1v6 them. I think there's 2 horses in there, 2 black Seahorses, not too sure. Alright, 76% damage, not too bad, just using Vars too. So, yeah, that's basically Vars right there. So even though we lost the battle, I mean, you can't just assume that Vars is like a bad Uber just because he lost that particular battle, because that stage is really, really hard. I just did that for the sake of showing just how good Vars is alone. Like, if you imagine, you know, if you actually use some other Ubers right here, let's say, for example, you brought the Run, or maybe not the Awakened Booma, like the second form of the Booma, or just other Ubers in general, I personally would have used the Immortal Kaiji, or Kaiji, I think it's Kaiji, because he's resistant to the black enemies. So if I used those two, I probably would have been able to successfully win that battle pretty easily, but because I just used Vars, and he's more or less like, he's like an offensive support character, like pretty strong tanky, but is able to help you from a distance with black enemies. So that's pretty much what he's supposed to be played as, but again, I just kind of showed him by himself in his full glory. So yeah, do I recommend this cat? Yes, I do. It's definitely, well, okay, I recommend him, but I realize that's not like the easiest thing to get. Like, you just have to be super lucky. But if you do get this cat and you're considering on either getting him or like selling him for XP, I say that you should get him. Don't sell him for the XP, actually put him on your team, because he's really, really powerful. And if you get into his true form, which is a little bit expensive, but worth the expenses, then my god, for any, like, here, actually, I should probably talk about this to you right now, because I'm not in any rush to, like, end the video. I just want to, like, give you guys as much information as I possibly can. So whenever you're doing, like, XP stages, so that could be the XP Mega Blitz, the XP Colosseum. For the XP Colosseum, though, just bring another Uber, it'll probably help. Or even just, like, the regular weekend stages. Then the Vars cats, or in this case, the Dragon King Vars, right? No, God-Emperor Vars, right? Mixing up the names right here. Just so excited, But the God-Emperor Vars should be like your easiest bet to winning those XP stages really, really easily. So that's why he's really good. I love using him for those particular battles, just because like he does so freaking well. So anyways, guys, that's pretty much going to be it for this video. So if you enjoyed it, then hit that like button, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more Battle Cats Evolutions videos in the future. Shoot, what else was there to say? I think that's it, yeah. Okay, for some reason I kind of derped out there. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much going to be it for this video. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Woo!